Everybody just give us a minute while that next guest loads up. What is going on, Gingy? Did you vote for Trump?
Hell yeah, I did.
Awesome. Why's that?
I mean, every reason the immigration problem we got, the low, he's going to lower the prices of gas like he did. He lowered the prices of inflation. Why not?
Did you just say lower the prices of inflation? What does that mean?
Lower the percentage of inflation. Jeez, Dean, come on, stop trying to be a smart guy now.
Okay, I'm
You know what
sorry.
I'm talking
So
about?
he's
I'm
gonna
walking around right now. I'm in the middle of something right now.
he's actually gonna increase inflation.
Well, at the current state that it's at, I mean, did you see the chart? He dipped it way in half.
Okay, because what happens when America? Well, okay, actually,
Let's
Gas
start, wait,
W.
let's start with my
Wait,
first
wait,
point.
wait, 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 wait.
Let's
No,
start
no,
with my
no, no,
first
no, no,
point.
no. I was about to make a concession. I was about to make a
Okay,
concession.
go ahead, go ahead.
Unironic, Gas W DNL. Donald Trump actually is going to reduce levels of inflation, but why is that happening right now?
I'm not sure. Why is it happening right now? I think it's probably because of the tariffs, and now that we're actually making more money back. But what do you think it's
No,
because of?
absolutely not. It's because the Atlanta Fed is projecting a 3% recess in the GDP in the first financial quarter of 2025, and stock markets are dying, and we may be entering into a recession because of reductions in consumer confidence. But
But
do you know
Dean,
what comes along? Do you know
you
what
know
comes
what a
along with a
recession is,
recession?
right? Dean, come on, Dean. You know what a recession
I
is.
do know what a recession
It
is.
didn't start when Trump got elected. This is the previous administration causing the recession. People have said
What?
it for years. The CNN, the left have all said, no, it's not a recession. Oh, you actually have to prove this and this and this for it to be a recession. But the American people can feel that it's a recession.
Okay, first of all, if you think that the current result, like the current macroeconomic indicators were caused by the Biden-Harris administration, you are spot fucking off. Literally, the day of Donald Trump's
Hey, you don't got to
inauguration,
curse at me. I'm not cursing at you. Come on, I'm being
I'm
respectful.
sorry, I don't use like curse words in a disrespectful manner. They're just a part of my vocabulary, but I don't mind foregoing them for a conversation. So the current macroeconomic trends are not a result of the Biden-Harris administration, as we saw completely different macroeconomic trends at the end of the Biden-Harris administration. For instance, on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration, the Atlanta Fed was projecting a 4% increase in the American GDP in the first financial quarter of 2025. Now it's a 3% recess. It's also the case that we had all-time highs in the stock market, and under Donald Trump's presidency so far, we've experienced the quickest 24-hour free fall since the
Come on, Dean, you
recession.
know better. You know
So
these
could
guys
you
are all
please?
buying it as they're gonna buy it cheap. Come on, you know all the millionaires are buying it cheap. The stock market's not going nowhere. You know better than that. Come on, these millionaires aren't millionaires and by becoming idiots and just selling. They're gonna rebuy it at a low price and they're gonna make tenfolds off of it. We all know that.
Oh, okay. So are you saying that?
Anyway,
Are you saying?
can we get back to my first point?
I
Can
just
we
want
get
to
back to my
clarify.
first
Did you
point
just
about
say?
immigration
Did you just say?
from
Did
like
you just
last
say that
year?
the stock market going down is a good thing because it creates an investor's
At the
economy?
moment, yeah. I mean, it's not. Don't worry. It's not a crazy
Cope!
crash. Don't worry.
Cope!
How many
I've been
times has
waiting
that
for
happened?
this!
How
I've
many
been
times has
waiting
that
for
happened?
you! I've been waiting for you! I've been waiting for you! The one troll meme funny talking point that has been stuck in my head on repeat that I've just been waiting for somebody to tell me is that Donald Trump is a business genius and he means to, serve as a detriment to the stock market because it creates a good opportunity to invest and scale your net worth. Fuck, I even tweeted this out the other day. I said, hey libs, Donald Trump is a true businessman. He's crashing the stock market to give you a good opportunity for investment. This is the biggest fucking cope of all goddamn time. It's crazy, dude. I'm fucking telling you that when we saw reductions in the stock market under Biden and Harris's presidency, all of a sudden Biden was the worst president in American history, worse than the slave owners, and you completely forgot about the fact that that was caused by a reduction in consumer confidence and spending caused by COVID. But then when we see the quickest free falls in the stock market under Donald Trump's administration since the 2008 recession,
I didn't
it's
say
a
none of
good
that.
thing
I didn't
because
say
it's
none of
an
that, dude. Don't put words in my
investment
mouth. Don't
opportunity.
put words
It's
in my mouth.
craziness.
Don't put words in my mouth.
I
Dude. I didn't
cannot
say none
believe
of
that
that.
you justify our stock market going to
I'm
shit as
saying
a good
the
thing.
stock market is cheap. Everything is cheap, and it's time to buy. That's all I'm saying.
Are you saying that's a good thing that the stock market's been
I
made
said for
cheaper?
me, it's a good thing. I'm going to put a good amount of money. I'm a 30-year-old
Oh
male.
my
I make money
god.
in my
Wait,
savings.
wait, wait. What is the stock market going down indicative of? Worse performance or better performance from American
I
businesses?
promise you, it's going to rise back up.
That's
and
not what I
promise
asked you.
Nvidia is going to fly for me too. On top of that.
That's not the question that I asked you.
Anyway, well, the first question I asked you, what about immigration? You don't want to talk about that. You've been avoiding that the
I
whole
would
time, right?
happily talk about immigration. Immigration is quite literally my favorite topic to discuss. But before we do, we just
So let's
have to
talk about
flesh out.
the immigration rates from
So
2020.
we
How
could
many
do
people
that.
crossed from
Gingy,
2023
I'm more
February
than
to
happy
today?
to entertain a conversation with you about immigration in about another 30 to 60 seconds as soon as you respond to my one last question here. When the stock market goes down, is that indicative of worse performance or better performance for American businesses?
I mean, obviously, the answer is going to be worse performance in the immediate, but not in the long term. When it rebounds, it's not going to be a bad thing. It's an immediate worse thing, not in the long term.
Trump's America.
So the long term, yeah. So you would rather have an immediate positive and a long term negative, or would you rather have an immediate negative and a long term positive?
Why are you assuming that Donald Trump's going to serve as a long-term positive?
Dude, just look at the charts. It's proven that with the tariffs, it's gonna bring all that money back to America with jobs, everything.
What's a tariff?
A tax on the import
Okay, and you think that tariffs
or
serve as a...
export, depending, whatever.
So there's a couple things I want to say about tariffs. So first and foremost, tariffs are not good for long-term sustainability and growth of an
Of course not.
economy.
I don't think you should keep tariffs long term. I think it's an immediate tariff's a good idea. I don't think you should keep this forever.
Weren't you just arguing that tariffs are only a good thing in the long term?
No, they make up. Yeah, a short term tariff makes up in the long term, but you don't keep tariffs long term. If you understand what I'm saying.
Wait, why would a short-term tariff be good in the long term? That doesn't make any
Because
sense.
you're going to bring American jobs back to here, and then you test the other countries, and companies, and you tell them that, like, this shit's going to happen again the next time. Every time you want to play around, we're just going to do this, and then you're going to have to come back.
Okay, well,
It's
first,
a game. It's a game of cat and mouse. At the end of the day,
okay,
money.
so,
You got to follow the money. Well, whoever's going to do it cheaper, that's who they're going to go to.
so you think that if tariffs incentivize companies to move back to America because of a tariff, that they'll just stay in America as soon as we get rid of the tariff, even though they can make more profit?
No, I'm
by
not
moving?
going to say that they are, but there's a majority because they're not going to want to keep playing the cat and mouse game.
Wait. Of course they'd want to keep playing the cat and mouse game. That's all that big corporations want to do.
It's a lot more overhead to keep moving it every 4 years. Trust me, dude.
Wait,
It's not that
wait,
easy.
wait. I just want to wait. If it's not that easy to move your the allocation of your resources and where you produce your good, well then
Move
why
it from
would they
China
why would
to
they move their
the US
manufacturing
to get
plant
the
from China
permits.
to America?
You know, it takes 2.5 years just to get the permits. So to move it from country to country, it's not that easy, dude.
Well,
Every
then
4
why
years,
would they
you have
move
to
to
keep playing
America
the
if it's
game.
not that easy?
That's what I'm saying. You do the tariff now. It's a short-term tariff. You stick your out, and then from everybody plays ball, and then we all get along. What's wrong with everybody getting along?
Okay, well, I'll tell you a couple issues. So first of all, tariffs are actually bad for the long-term sustainability and growth in an economy. And the reason why that is that case is it forgoes comparative advantage. It makes us focus on producing things that we don't do so efficiently. And then secondarily,
Like what?
Like what? What do you mean?
What don't we produce efficiently?
Yeah, I'll just give you an example. Canada produces lumber more efficiently than America.
Yeah, because we don't need the lumber that we use. Of course, that's all they do all
Aluminum,
day. That's how
steel.
they produce most of their jobs is through lumber. So what
Right.
do you mean? Obviously, they produce more lumber than we do. We have a ton of lumber. We just don't need those jobs.
The
We
point is that when we implement those tariffs, right?
It's the same thing why we don't use our oil. We don't use our oil because we don't want to use our reserves too much. That's what Biden didn't want to do. So
What?
exactly our point. It's right under our feet. There's gold under our feet. Just use it.
Who is better for the domestic production of oil, Biden and Harris or Donald Trump?
You're saying the domestic production just because they didn't use it. Of course. Biden and Harris would be because they didn't want to use any of the oil. They wanted to
I'm not
only
talking.
electrical.
So
How about our grid?
So I want to let's just stay on one topic at a time. So first
Yeah,
of
of
all,
course,
I
of
didn't
course, of
ask
course.
you about how much domestic oil we're using. I asked you about how
Actually,
much we're producing.
Dean,
Sir, 5
Dean, I
seconds.
appreciate it.
4
I'm getting a
seconds.
phone call
3
from my
seconds.
client. No, I'm getting a phone call from my client. I do got to go.
Jesus Christ.
I'll try to join back in 20 minutes.
You're gonna stress me out. You're gonna make me go bald. You can't come up here and like
I
interrupt
promise
me.
you I'll join back. I just got no. It's an important phone call. I got to go. Bye.
He wasn't getting a phone call, by the way, because when you get a phone call and you're on a TikTok live, it puts your account on mute. So he was actually lying about getting a phone call. Jesus Christ. The dude comes up here, interrupts me every like 3 fucking words, comes up with a new point, puts me through a goddamn anti-intellectual blender, and then it's like, peace out.